Hey buddy, it's John with Upstate Brush Control. Gonna do a little comparison of our Fecons here. We have the Blackhawk and then we have the Bullhog with both DCR drums on them. We're running Viking knives on these. This is you can sharpen this edge right here. These are actually very dull, but you can take a grinder and grind that down. These are a little bit sharper over here on this one, just due to the material we've been in. There's 30 teeth on there. So we're not really gonna talk a lot about the machines. We have other videos on the RT120. It's just a real quick walk around what we've done to ours, kind of customize them a little bit. We've been working here today, so it's a little dirty, but we added this 1-inch steel plates to the back, a grate, and this one we added these bars. This is a 2000, this one's older, 17 I believe it's a 17, and then this is our 2020. So they ended up doing these bars on it. But that's about all I'm going to say about the machines. Great machines, we love them. You have to keep this cleaned out right here, make sure that always stays clean. But so couple things we have difference here of the two cutter heads is the width. This is, I do not have the exact width on me. This is the wide as they go for a skid steer mount. They do make them narrower. I wonder if I can find it real quick. Okay, so what we got here, the drum itself is 76 inches. Go to the outside. And the overall width is 91 on the Blackhawk. And then this one here is 61. And then 74. It's probably 75. So this one here is the same width as the machine. A lot of people ask me, why don't we have a cutter like this one? The drum is as wide as the tracks. A lot of people think that's better. I personally don't like it. It's just a personal preference. I like to be able to, if this can fit through an area, I know the machine can. As you're back dragging and working around trees, tend to kind of catch this bottom edge right here as you're backing up around a tree. It might vary on machines as far as what you have to operate, you know, as far as visibility, but for ours, in our situation, we tend to catch that back, those edges right there on trees and stuff, which is customers usually not too happy. But both have push bars on them. We have added these bars right here. Elite Earthworks. He just recently rented a Takeuchi with a Bullhog, and he ripped off all of his hoses. We have done that several times, and that's why we have come up with these bars. So gets a little expensive ripping off those. This one here is a little bit better. We have not had any issues. They have them snug back over here, and the loop cannot get anywhere near this. If you curl this all the way back up, it's not even close to this edge. So this one here is a little bit more what they call a forward cutting machine. So as you're going forward, it's going to cut a lot better than backing up and processing the material. The throat on the back here, where, I don't know if you can come back here and look. So the distance between right in here and the drum is smaller than this over here. It's bigger, it's a bigger opening. So as you're back dragging, this will pick up material a little bit better than this one. As far as stringing material, they're gonna cut about the same. This one here is gonna spool up a little bit faster because it has a lighter drum. This is the new style drum. I believe it's around 200 and something pounds lighter than that drum, even though it's smaller. And it's a smaller diameter. This here is a little bit bigger. This one is gonna hold, this drum here is gonna hold, as you're going into heavy material, it's gonna keep that momentum up just a little bit better. but I do like the speed and recovery of this one. It's very, very fast. It'll spool up a lot quicker than this will, because this, you got to get a bigger drum going. So one of the things I do not like about the width of this is it gets a lot of chips on the machine here. So you know, it's all about keeping these things clean. I mean, this is actually pretty clean. You run over, you know, a couple hour or two period of time, and this will be built up in here with this. I can go about all day, and this is what I'll have on this machine, maybe a little bit more. And that's due to how we operate. We don't reach up and drop down on trees, and I'll kind of show you why. Back on the machine. I didn't have a very good direction of where the top was going, and a lot of material hit the door. You can see the like sawdust kind of on the door. That was not there. There was a little bit on there, but that was not there. I have these things are supposed to be, you know, bulletproof or whatever, but I have heard of them cracking and failing. So I've heard of big chunks coming through doors. So we try to keep the head on the ground and go in from the ground and follow the tree that way, then shoot up on the ground. So these knives here are not as sharp as these, so keep that in mind. I don't know if you saw how this one stalled out and how fast. I stalled it out on purpose, trying to show you that recovery, how fast it recovered. So I'll try to do the same thing on this one. So with doing it, how I just cut that one, I was able to hit it at the bottom of the tree, push it over. Yes, it did spin it out the back, but I would have to chase it a little bit. But then again, you have to chase these tops wherever these went. So I think it's about the same. A lot of people are gonna argue with me about that, but whatever. So that's why we do it the way we do it. We've had a lot of questions. Why don't we go from the top down? That is why. So I'm gonna go over here and cut a little bit of brush real quick, and then maybe I'll chew up this top with the Blackhawk. We'll just try to check this edge. So Josh was over here working, and he hit all kinds of stuff on the back of properties. There's always metal and trash. We got a bunch of tires, so we'll have to watch out for it. Can't walk every bit of it, but it's I'm gonna go right here in this section and check that, or mulch that up real quick. Just a 20-30 foot section, but that kind of gives you an idea of the forward cutting on the Josh is warming up his hands here. It's pretty cool. So the Blackhawk is great in a forward cutting if you only have to do one pass, say a right away, gas line, power line, something like that. I mean, this here was this tall, so one pass comes back. In most areas, as far as right away, that's acceptable. We don't do a lot of right away work. We've done some, but so I was just gonna touch on that real quick. I'll hit a little bit more right in there, and then and try to finish it off and show you the Blackhawk, and then I'm gonna hop back in the Bullhog. you want to see some more cutting, click the link below for the other videos of this full job. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, comment. If you have any questions about where to get a Fecon, email me or put it in the comments below. And have a good one, y'all.